What is good? What is up? It's Jordan here, Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another video. Today, I'm going to be breaking down why I'm so high on Nico Collins. Nico was a third-round steal out of the University of Michigan, and this dude is a straight magician. When the ball is in the air, it's like he makes the cornerback disappear because those 50-50 balls are all his. His ability to win in contested scenarios is hands down his best ability. You watch him play, and with all the toe drag swag he exudes on the field, it's hard not to be reminded of Andre Johnson and DeAndre Hopkins. Now, Collins is his own guy, and some people think he's overrated because he didn't put up great college stats. However, he showed valuable traits that are much more predictive of NFL success than simple box score numbers that get skewed by a run-heavy offense and Shea Patterson throwing the rock. So I'm going to show y'all all the little things that Nico Collins does well that makes me so confident in him having NFL success. Without further ado, let's break down the film of Nico Collins because the film don't lie. So we know that Nico is touted as a jump ball expert, and I wanted to mention that this is a skill set and role that is desperately needed on the Texans. Nico is the tallest wide receiver on the team, and when you look at the projected starters, Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, yeah, you need a bigger presence, someone who can beat taller, longer cornerbacks on the boundary, can block in the run game for you, and like Nico does, win on fades in the end zone. The Texans' red zone scoring offense fell from 9th in 2019 to just 25th in 2020. And while there were many reasons for that, one was the lack of a big physical presence to throw to. Nico had 7 touchdowns in 12 games in 2019 and is so good at these fade routes. He exudes his physicality on cornerbacks, but he's also very technically refined. This bodes well for his success versus NFL level cornerbacks because he's not going to be able to outmuscle guys like he did in college all the time. But you see the multitude of technical aspects that Nico uses to his advantage. First, he varies the tempo on his release. Then, while he's tracking the ball through the air, he uses his hands to swat away at the cornerback and keep his distance, almost like a running back stiff-arming a potential tackler. Then, to finish the play, Nico is always a hands catcher. He's not going to wait for the ball to come hit him in the chest and give his defender a chance to hit the ball first. Nico's going to make sure he gets his hands on the ball first. And I love the concentration here to finish the catch. The cornerback makes a pretty good recovery here and gets his hand in between Nico's at the catch point, but you can't let that stop you, and Nico doesn't. The thing that impresses me the most about Nico is his route running ability, particularly how it's gotten better every year, but also because you don't see 6'4" guys be as detailed as Nico is. Most of them don't need to run precise routes because they are bigger and stronger than most cornerbacks. While Nico shares that same aspect, he takes his game to the next level and uses nuanced routes to give himself even more of an advantage. Take this rep at the Senior Bowl versus Oregon's Thomas Graham, for example. This is an NFL rep through and through. Press coverage here, and Graham shoots that inside hand to jam Nico. I love how quickly Nico reacts to this and instantly uses a chop move to defeat the jam. That's a move that defensive ends use on offensive tackles, but Nico makes it look so effortless for a wide receiver. From this angle, you can see again how his 34-inch arms fend off the cornerback and give him a more clear throwing window to go high point it and score the touchdown. Nico's ability to get open isn't just limited to the end zone when you're running 5 to 10 yard routes. He wins downfield and brings another big play threat to the offense. In college, Nico averaged 19.7 yards per reception in 2019, and he runs posts, corners, post corners, and corner posts quite well. This post corner here versus Trey Brown is a difficult route that you won't see many 6'4" wide receivers run because it requires nuance. Let's get into the mind of Nico Collins here and work backwards from this point. So he eventually wants to win to the outside on the corner part of this post corner, right? And what I always say with route running is sell the cornerback in the opposite direction of where you want to end up. So if you want to end up to the outside, make sure you sell an inside fake really well. And so Nico first needs to sell this post nicely so he can get open on the corner. Since he wants to win inside on the post, he first fakes to the outside to get the cornerback going in the opposite direction. He's always playing mind games, and I love that. So first Nico jab steps outside, and it gets the cornerback just a split step behind on the inside release. Again, good chop to beat the cornerback's physicality, and now he hits the cornerback with a head fake like he's about to run a post. Now this is really disciplined corner play here, and the coverage is tight, but it doesn't matter. Even if a great route gets covered well, which will happen in the NFL, Nico makes this cornerback disappear, winning at the catch point consistently with his strong hands, good vertical, and body control. Nico is in tune with the sideline and will definitely have his fair share of sweet toe taps throughout his career. Another post corner route here, and this time he creates more separation as the cornerback bites on the fake towards the post. And that's just beautiful, man. We've seen Nico win on fades, we've seen him win downfield, but another thing he brings is the ability to be a dependable chain mover with physical slant routes. Again, work in the opposite direction that you want to finish your routes. Nico understands this perfectly. On an in-breaking slant, he needs to sell to the outside, and works that way on this release. Now that the cornerback has his hips flipped to the sideline, it is infinitely harder for him to break back inside. So Nico has the cornerback right where he wants him. Despite the early hands by the cornerback, Nico is unfazed and makes the contested catch. All these Senior Bowl reps are great, and I know they are just practice, but they show how much Nico has improved over his career. If you watch him from 2018 to 2019 and then 2020 at the Senior Bowl, you can see a stark improvement, and I think that really speaks to his work ethic. He's never satisfied and is always looking to get better. So while he didn't put up, amazing eye-popping numbers in college, I think if he didn't opt out of the 2020 year and there was a full collegiate season, I think you would have seen a 1,000-yard season out of Nico, despite him playing in a run-heavy offense and having Shea Patterson who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. But before I get into a longer rant, another thing I wanted to mention about Nico is a valuable trait I look for when evaluating wide receivers: competition. Because to me, gaining, say it's 500 yards versus college cornerbacks who will actually be in the NFL is a much better predictor for NFL success than gaining 1,000 yards versus the Appalachian State cornerbacks who won't ever get training camp invites. And with Nico, there are plenty of examples on tape of him beating NFL caliber cornerbacks. So far, we've seen Thomas Graham and Trey Brown in 2020. We've also seen Kendall Sheffield in 2018. And let's rewind back to that year where he played versus a former top 10 pick in CJ Henderson. Nico had 5 catches for 80 yards in this bowl game, and I love this simple but effective out route here. He wants to win outside on the out, so release inside to get Henderson going in the opposite direction of your ultimate goal. Nico pairs his feet to his hands nicely here, swimming over Henderson and gaining separation as he works downfield. He ensures the break of his route is past the sticks and makes a contested catch on 3rd and 10 to move the chains. I think it speaks to Nico's competitive nature that he is able to step up in big time games. Now in the bowl game versus Alabama in 2019, and Nico shows that dependable chain mover quality on the slant versus another top 10 pick in Patrick Surtain Jr. Fourth quarter here, trying to mount the comeback, and Nico knows exactly how to beat Surtain's technique. Surtain is playing Nico's top shoulder here in this stack technique. This is a good way to keep your eyes on the quarterback to know when the throw is coming so that you can drive forward and break on the ball. Nico recognizes this technique and knows the best way to beat it is to get physical. So he drives his shoulder into Surtain's chest and gives a slight push off when he makes his break to create just enough separation for the catch. Nico Collins truly has a better college resume than he's giving credit for. He's shown he can beat quick, athletic cornerbacks like Kendall Sheffield and CJ Henderson. He can beat feisty and handsy cornerbacks like Trey Brown and Thomas Graham. He can beat tall, long, and technically proficient cornerbacks like Patrick Surtain Jr. Nico shows the traits it takes to beat NFL caliber cornerbacks. He is a detailed route runner who knows how to get open by using jab steps at the release, head fakes downfield, and hand fighting right before the catch point. He shows the strong hands to win in contested scenarios, the vertical to dominate jump balls, and the body control plus concentration to make sideline catches. In the simplest terms, Nico knows how to get open and he knows how to catch the ball. You pair all those traits that I've showed you today in a body that's 6'4", plus a great work ethic, and there's no reason Nico can't be a wide receiver 1 in the NFL. If I had to throw out a player comparison, one that I really like is Kenny Golladay. They called him Baby Megatron down in Detroit, and now Nico will have the wide receiver coach Robert Prince, who helped Golladay get to the level he's at today. I think it's safe to say the Texans got a great wide receiver in Nico. Get him a quarterback and he'll have a special career. Now, as I do like to say, no player is perfect, and while I wouldn't say Nico really has any glaring flaws, he does have some limitations that, if he's not utilized correctly in our offense, his talent won't fully shine through. Nico is a big play threat, and he did run a 4.45 40, but he's not like a Will Fuller type of blazer in terms of raw speed. He's not super explosive or has great acceleration to simply run by defenders with ease. It takes more of a build-up for him to get up to that 10 to 20 yards and start to really win downfield. So you shouldn't ask him to just run a lot of simple go routes all the time, because that's just a waste of his skill set. Getting him to run posts, corners, and double moves is the way to go to utilize his downfield threat ability. In addition, I wouldn't say Nico is the twitchiest athlete on tape. He tested amazingly in 2020, and there's potential for him to improve as an athlete from 2019 to 2020, but we just haven't seen it in game reps yet. But from the 2018 and 2019 tape, he's not the type of guy to, get you a lot of yak on screens or make defenders miss on handoffs or jet sweeps. He's not your gadget wide receiver, and apart from slants, he doesn't win on a lot of short routes with high consistency. That's okay though. He's a killer on the outside and in the intermediate area of the field. Knowing what Nico does well and where he's a bit more limited will be pivotal for Tim Kelly, and I hope whoever is throwing the ball for our Texans builds a chemistry with Nico quickly, because this dude is scary. Alright, that's gonna do it for the video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and comment down below your thoughts on Nico Jordan. Next video will be Brevin Jordan. That's exclusive for my Texans Thoughts team members, so if you want to check that out, hit the join button in the description and you get a whole lot of dope perks for that. I know y'all are excited for Brevin, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But take care, y'all. Come back for more. And remember, the film don't lie.